As dawn breaks over the spirit divide, the warlocks prepare for war, unaware Trinity is gone, replaced by the powerful oracle, Seraphine, fractured across time. Reese races to the veil of Seraphine, haunted by shared visions revealing Trinity's past as the warlock's prophet. Within their sanctum, Seraphine's ancient power surges, witnessed by a horrified Alara. What will the warlocks face this dawn, now that their enemy has become something far more ancient and powerful? Can Reese reach Seraphine before Trinity is lost forever in her past? And how has this transformation irrevocably changed the war for magic's fate? The warlocks once called her Seraphine. Trinity stood in front of an ancient mirror inside the ruined sanctum, where light did not shine unless summoned. Alara and Kale kept their distance as the runes on the mirror pulsed with an eerie glow. Trinity laid her palm on the glass. A surge of memory hit her. A throne of bone, a circle of elders, chains of light. She had been theirs, caged not in body but in vision. The warlocks had kept her as their oracle, one who could see not the future, but the breaking points of all living things. They built their empire on your pain, whispered Alara. Trinity's eyes flared. And now I'll burn it down. Reese awoke under blood-stained skies, unsure of how he had gotten there. Vincent found him cradled in a dried riverbed, his hands shaking. You were out for 2 days, Vincent said. You kept whispering Seraphine. Reese didn't remember, not at first. But when he touched the mark on his shoulder, the one that pulsed when he dreamed of Trinity, it all came rushing back. She's not just Trinity, he said. They had her long before I ever met her. What does that mean for us? Juniper asked. Reese looked west. It means we don't just have to save her. We have to unmake whatever they turned her into. The rebels found a place hidden beneath desert sand, the House of Silence. There, the warlocks once trained the oracles. Inside, Trinity walked among broken beds and old journals, her hands trailing along dust-covered wood. The air smelled of grief and forgotten names. On the far wall, a mural, children with glowing eyes. Her eyes. I was never alone, she whispered. Alara stepped beside her. No, but none of you escaped. You're the only one left. Trinity turned to her, fists clenched. Then I'll make sure they never take another. Reese's group came across a caravan of mutilated villagers. Their mouths had been sewn shut, their eyes burned. One held a scroll. Reese unrolled it with trembling fingers. A warning. Return Seraphine or your world burns. Vincent gritted his teeth. They're not hiding anymore. Reese shook his head. They never were. This was always a game of fear, and I won't play it anymore. They burned the scroll, and kept marching. That night, Trinity dreamed. A child stood in front of her, holding a flower made of fire. They named you Seraphine because your soul can't be caged. But they feared that soul, so they locked it inside time. What am I? She asked. The child smiled. Not what. Who? You are the unraveler, the one who sees the seams and tears them. She awoke gasping. Alara held her. What did you see? Trinity's voice was hoarse. Not a future, a beginning, and it starts with fire. This place was once sacred to them, Alara whispered. Trinity's fingers traced a carved mural of a veiled woman. Behind the mask were eyes carved like her own. Kale's voice echoed from behind them. The Oracle. The warlocks called her Seraphine. She saw futures, led rituals. She disappeared years ago. Trinity's gaze lingered on the figure. She didn't disappear. She was erased. Alara stepped closer, realization dawning. That was you. Trinity nodded once. I was their oracle. I was Seraphine. Reese sat on the edge of a cold stream, staring at the reflections twisting in the water. His dreams had been different lately. No longer just memories of Trinity, but flashes of her as a child surrounded by cloaked figures, chanting in languages he didn't recognize. Vincent sat beside him. You okay? I think she wasn't just taken. I think they built her. Vincent's brow furrowed. Built her? Like a prophecy, Reese said. Or a weapon. The rebel camp was quiet. The mood shifted since Trinity's revelation. Kale and Alara exchanged worried glances. They feared the others wouldn't follow an ex-oracle. But Trinity knew the truth could not remain buried. In a moonlit meeting, she addressed them. I was Seraphine, she said, but I didn't choose that name. I didn't choose that role. They carved it into me, but I chose to break free. I chose you. For a long moment, silence. Then someone stepped forward, a young girl from the southern border. "You saw my brother's death before it happened," she said. "And you saved him. I'd follow you again." Others nodded. The spark reignited. Far north, Reese entered the ruins of a forgotten monastery. Noah and Juniper followed, weapons drawn. But Reese wasn't hunting warlocks. He was seeking answers. A mural lined the inner sanctum, a prophecy. A child born of fire and shadow, eyes of starlight, betrayer of fate. It was Trinity. And next to her, a shadowy figure with a wolf's eyes. It was him. "What is this?" Juniper whispered. Reese touched the wall. It glowed. "Our story," he murmured, "written before we lived it." The prophecy hinted at more than just Trinity's past. It spoke of a betrayer of fate, a role she seemed destined to play. And as Reese stared at the mural, at the shadowy figure beside her with the wolf's eyes, a chilling question echoed in his mind. If their story was written before they lived it, could they truly defy its ending? And what role was he truly meant to play in the unraveling to come?
Hey, I am Trinity. Want to know what happens next? Then click the link in the description below and download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Chosen by Fate, Rejected by the Alpha,